Two clubs have clashed more often than these in England's top flight, and this, the 186th league meeting of Everton and Aston Villa, is a significant one, with the victors to take pole position in the race for fifth and a place in Europe. Well, it's been 10 days since Everton last played, time enough to get one of their missing key midfield men back to fitness. Leon Osman for Tony Hibbert, the only change made by David Moyes, who has Mikel Arteta back on the bench. Villa field the same team that destroyed rivals Birmingham last Sunday, their third successive win, scoring 15 goals along the way, 3 each for Young, Barry, Carson and Agbonlahor. Here to see whether Goodison Park has got talent, Amanda Holden. Fernandez. Half blocked by Baumer, it comes back to Yakubu, who fires in. It was fierce, and it was always whizzing wide. Barrett goes for goal. Tim Howard was a spectator. I think he was pretty confident it was going wide, but it was hit pretty hard and true by Villa's captain. Pienaar looks to set Yakubu away and running up against Reo-Coker. Reo-Coker just gets his body in the way, but he doesn't hold Yakubu up for long. Good effort, parried by Carson to Fernandez. Miss hit, tamely wide. A swift Everton breakaway. Look at the power and pace of Yakubu. Nigel Reo-Coker just couldn't stop him. Terrific effort. Beaten out by Carson, who was quickly back to his feet, just in case Fernandez was to find the target with the rebound. But he got it all wrong. Reo-Coker. Carsley's touchdown falls for Melberg, and he keeps on going and wins a free kick. Lunging in went Jagielka, right on the edge of the Everton penalty area. Tim Howard's got to guess right, see it, then stop it. Not necessarily in that order. It's going to be Ashley Young off the underside of the crossbar. Still shaking. A terrific effort from Ashley Young. Howard wasn't expecting that. Like an arrow. Over the corner of the wall and speared into that crossbar. Started the first half at 100 miles an hour, did David Moyes' team. Villa, I think, just possibly shaded the honours in terms of pressure for the rest of the first 45. Carsley straight into the edge of the wall. Blocked by a combination of Petrov and Yakubu. Carson struggling to deal with that cross from Fernandez. And it's behind for an Everton corner here. Carsley thinks that when he pinged the ball at pace towards the box, that he should have got a handball. It does come off the left arm of Petrov pretty clearly. David Moyes, I'm sure, will concur with that view. It's the big talking point topic of the weekend, after Michael Carrick at Stamford Bridge yesterday. Yakubu, marvellous touch. On he goes. The pullback is behind Pienaar, though. Neville arrives to strike, and it's deflected in. Martin Larsson applies the touch. Phil Neville takes the credit and sets off in celebration. Everton get the breakthrough. There's a huge slice of luck attached to it. Neville charged onto this, one thought in his mind, he hit it hard, he hit it into Larsson, into the net it went. Carson sent the wrong way by his own player. Doesn't matter how they go in a game that matters this much. Everton, 1 foot tentatively placed towards that UEFA Cup place again next season. Yakubu just pulled at the shot, all along the floor, out and wide. Well, the way Neville celebrated, you try taking it off him. Martin O'Neill's men look as though they're going to have to settle for the lottery of the Inter-Toto Cup and an earlier start to next season than they really would have liked. Barry down. They won't, of course, have given up on this yet. Not by a long stretch. They've got a corner. It is worth pointing out that Villa are one of the Premier League's comeback experts this season. They've claimed 17 points from being behind in the current campaign, managing to turn it around totally with wins against Fulham, Wigan and Newcastle. Young's corner, flicked on by Carsley, and Howard has to touch it over his own crossbar. Lee Carsley, who caused the problem in his own penalty area there. Attacks the ball well enough, can only glance it onto Carew. Might just have dropped under the bar second time. All hands on deck for Everton here. Barry in. Melberg jumps, it's behind him. Howard somehow keeps it out. There's a man on the goal line too. And then Howard pounces when he finally saw where the ball was. Had enough protection from the blue-shirted bodies around him. Nothing between the two teams over the course of their long history of meeting each other. 185 previous league meetings, 70 wins each. Johnson in a race with Rio Coca. Johnson has runners arriving to help him here. Looking for Yakubu. Carson hasn't got it. I think it came off Knight. It's a corner. Teta makes himself available for the short corner. Pienaar. Jackie Elka's made a late run into the box. Carson has to fly through the air to touch it behind. Deceptive ball played in. Villa a little asleep at the back. Good job Carson was switched on ultimately. Two Villa players went for it. Baumer and Melberg. This time it is Baumer's to clear on his own. Villa just looking as though they're stepping it up a little bit in search of the equaliser to realistically keep their European hopes alive. Otherwise it's a short summer break in the Inter-Toto for them most likely. Barry. Lescott touches it behind, it's a corner. No problem for Julian Lescott too. Corner comes in, Melberg looking for it, and Bondahor! Aston Villa are level. Gabby Agbonlahor just loves facing Everton. Melberg tried to help it on, and Agbonlahor just lurking around the back of everybody. What a good finish this is. Pokes out a boot. Pokes it past Howard. And now we should be set for a frantic finale at Goodison Park. Carsley to Arteta. Back to Lee Carsley. Chance to scoop it in. Yobo! Fires it into the roof of the net. Neville in no mood to celebrate this time. Now it's a time for full concentration. Everton can't let it slip again. Look at Carsley holding back. Found again by Arteta. Not a question of offside. And in comes Yobo. First time. Roof of the net. On the volley. 2-1 Everton. Would you believe it? It's turned around again. Neville. Bergen. Barry. Opened up for him. Carew. It's turned in. This is incredible. I think it might be a Lescott own goal. And that was straight from the restart. Carew went up with Lescott, who applied the touch. It is Carew. 4 goals in his last 3 games. Twice Everton have led. Twice Aston Villa have stormed back into the game. I think he's just summed up the feelings of every Evertonian. Osman to get up high, and Gareth Barry flicks it behind. It will just run for an Everton corner too. Lescott is up. Teta puts it towards Yobo. Carson got down at his post. Did he clear it away, or was it blocked by Petrov? Close for Everton to winning it all over again. Petrov leaning in to clear. Is there one last Everton chance here? No. All over. What a terrific second half. Everton surely thought they'd won the game twice, thanks to Phil Neville's deflected shot and Joseph Yobo's close-range volley. But twice back came Villa. Gabby Agbonlahor and John Carew, honours even at Goodison Park, and it's still just advantage Everton in the battle for 5th in the Premier League. Everton 2, Aston Villa 2.
I'm disappointed that we conceded a goal so quickly after scoring. I don't know if we touched it since when we scored the goal, after we scored the second. So disappointed that we couldn't hang on to it. But nevertheless, it was a good game. You know, 2 teams going for it.
It was a freshness today. The atmosphere was fantastic today, and 2 teams that both wanted to win the game. And it was a great game to play in. The conditions helped. You know, a bit of drizzle on the pitch, and you know, it probably was a good advert for English football.